I know what you want me to do. You want me to scream with joy and freak out and celebrate that Tom Brady is finally out of the NFL. I'm not gonna do that, okay? I'm gonna be respectful. Hold on one second. Yeah! Yeah! The motherfucker is finally gone! Yeah, baby! The witch is dead, the witch is dead. Ding dong, the motherfucking witch is dead. So long, Tom Brady, fuck you hard. You are gone and I am free. I have a responsibility. This is a well-respected sports show, and I will handle this like a professional fake sports anchor. Hold on again, hold on. Yeah! Praise be! I finally know what it feels like when an angel climaxes because Tom Brady has retired. Oh, terrific, Tom! Good riddance! I don't ever want to see you on a football field ever again, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Alright, so welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. Tom Brady retires, but for real this time, Perna. Now, did Adam Schefter confirm? And did Ian Rappaport confirm? No, Tom Brady confirmed. And if I'm connecting the dots here, I think Tom's done, maybe. He posted a really long farewell message on social media with a photo of himself in a Buccaneers uniform. The eggplant emoji is a weird flex here, and I'm a little disappointed he didn't post something in the same vein of that weird Matthew Stafford making love to himself photo. Can someone please make a Brady making love to himself photo for this retirement? A Bucks Brady hugging a Patriots Brady. He f***ed so many of our football dreams that it only seems right he knows what it feels like. Today, we'll break down Tom's bizarre retirement announcement, what his career meant, and the fact that in his announcement he never once mentioned the Patriots or Patriots fans. Not once. Not even Julian Edelman was mentioned. Tom Brady retires. That is good sports. Hey, if you are happy Tom Brady can no longer hurt you, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Truly a new era, a new you, new pubes. Today's episode is brought to you by manscaped.com/goodsports. It might be time to upgrade your dong tongs, and that's why I recommend the Performance Package 4.0 with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, a cordless, waterproof, below-the-belt groomer that you can use in the shower. Please, trim in the shower and stop trying to complete the trim your pubes during your work Zoom call challenge. It's weird. With the Performance Package, you get the lawnmower and the weed whacker to clear out those nasty nose holes, and the crop preserver and reviver to shine and de-smellify your balls. If you think someone other than yourself may be looking at your naked pelvic area, put your best phallus forward with the ultimate grooming kit. Use my link below, manscaped.com/goodsports for 20% off plus free international shipping and 2 free gifts. Manscaped. Now, as a known Brady detractor, it only seems fair that I post as many of his accomplishments here for you to read. As many as I can stomach before developing an ulcer. He was very good at football, that's enough. Now I do believe my trending tab was on point on Twitter today. I had Jackass Forever promoted under the Tom Brady is retiring announcement. Tom Brady is retiring, Jackass Forever. Well, in my heart, Brady will always be a jackass forever and a very good football player, okay? He was great at football. But let me just say, how dare you, Tom? How dare you let the world drag Adam Schefter through the mud for 3 days before actually retiring? Or is Adam Schefter so good at his job that he knew Tom Brady would retire before Tom Brady? Is Adam Schefter a psychic, is what I want to know. And is that what you have to be an insider? But here's where things are really weird. Just last night, on his very own podcast, whatever the hell it's called, Tom Brady said he had not made a decision about retiring. So this was one of the weirdest retirement announcements I can ever remember. He wasn't retired Saturday, even though it was reported. He wasn't retired Monday night, according to Tom on his own podcast, but Tuesday morning, retired. Like, announcing your own retirement on your own podcast would be great for numbers. My best guest, though, here was Tom, so distraught after being bounced in the divisional round, is just used to people talking about him in the playoffs, and he wanted to continue the championship weekend with his name being mentioned over and over again, so Schefter took the bullet so Tom could get recognized 1,000,000 times one last championship weekend. Credit Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport for sticking by their sources even after Brady denied it and eventually became vindicated. Now, I thought Tom would retire, but not 3 days after vehemently denying that he had yet to make a decision. Here's what gets even crazier, though. In Tom's long-winded retirement announcement, he never says the word retiring, and there's not a single mention of the Patriots organization. He thanks the Buccaneers, Bruce Arians, Buccaneers fans, the city of Tampa, the Glazer family, his agent. He plugs his businesses, his trainer, Alex Guerrero, but no mention of his 20 years in New England, no mention of the Kraft family, or that he's even actually retiring, and no mention of Patriots fans. He posted like 8 pages of paragraphs and notes and didn't even acknowledge Patriots fans. What did they do to you, Tom? I actually respect that move, though. I think he's leaving the door open here. And that's not reading between the lines. That's just reading Tom's actual words. He says, "This is difficult for me to write, but here it goes. I am not going to make that competitive commitment anymore. I have loved my NFL career, and now it is time to focus my time and energy on other things that require my attention." So that's how you retire without saying I'm definitely retiring from the NFL forever, I guess. The fact that he mentioned, though, the Glazer family and not Robert Kraft, who loves Tom Brady like a son, is bizarre. It really is, although he just decided this morning to retire, so maybe he didn't think it through. Or maybe Belichick did such a number on Tom that he blocked out all of his time in New England. We all genuinely started to like Tom Brady more after he left New England. We got to see the real side of Tom Brady, the fun side, a guy who gets drunk and nearly throws the Super Bowl trophy into the ocean. So either he had to suppress all his memories from New England, or he's simply saying goodbye to the Buccaneers, and this mother licker is returning to the Death Star for one last run with the Dark Lord. Now that their defense is probably better than Tampa's, and Bill has shown he will spend money in free agency. It's also shocking that he didn't mention Mark Wahlberg or Bon Jovi. Now, assuming this is a retirement, and it just feels incomplete because Adam Vinatieri wasn't there to finish it off for Tom, I'd like to believe that Von Miller ended Tom Brady's career. This whole time, we just needed a ram to kill the GOAT, a superior horned creature. Speaking of horned creatures, the devil is finally out of the NFL. No more TB12 methods. No more worrying that no matter what happens in the postseason, Tom Brady will find a way to be in the Super Bowl and win, unless he's playing Nick Foles or Eli Manning, the 2 greatest QBs who ever lived, obviously. No more hearing about how old Tom Brady is. Like, he was the first quarterback to play in a Super Bowl when polio was untreatable, when MySpace was relevant, and during COVID-19. I fear there will be far fewer employment opportunities, though, for shifty white slot receivers. RIP to all the Welkers, Amendolas, and Edelmans out there. I do suggest you convert to coaching as soon as possible. That said, maybe Hunter Renfrow and Josh McDaniels can lure Tom Brady to Vegas. Maybe. Now, Tom Brady was a lot like Frodo from Lord of the Rings, an unsuspecting hero who eventually became so obsessed with damn rings that we all just got tired of it. And like the LOTR trilogy, we never thought it would end. But finally, after 22 seasons, the ring has been destroyed. And I swear to God, if Gronk is there to pull him back up so he can Brett Favre us and unretire right before the season starts, I will shit my little hobbit pants. Tom Brady's career was like watching David beat Goliath, and then David turns into Goliath, and nobody's there to fucking kill Goliath.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Okay, yeah, that's a simpler way to put it. Tom Brady played so long, he became the NFL's best villain. And now that he's gone, this is the reaction around the football world.
The greatest of all time is calling it a career. After 22 seasons in the NFL, Tom Brady is set to retire.
Many of you concerned pornographers have asked me, who will be my villain now that Tom can't hurt me anymore? The Kansas City Chiefs. It's why I was screaming like this when the Bengals beat them. Yes! The Bengals are going to the Super Bowl! The Bengals are going to the Super Bowl! The Bengals just beat the Chiefs! I'd like to personally thank Antonio Brown for being the one person to finally push Tom over the edge. The one person so toxic, Tom Brady was like, you know what? All this ring chasing, not worth it anymore. I'd also like to thank every quarterback who had the courage to not play like complete crap in the postseason when facing Tom Brady and beat him. Jake Plummer, who was actually undefeated against Tom Brady in his career, by the way. Mark Sanchez, hero. Nick Foles, hero. Ryan Tannehill, hero. Joe Flacco, hero. Eli Manning, hero. Peyton Manning, hero. And most recently, hero Matthew Stafford. If we want to talk about GOATs, let's throw Mike Evans into the conversation, who had more receiving yards in seasons with guys like Josh McCown, Mike Glennon, Jameis Winston, and Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing him the ball than with Tom Brady. What kind of freak athlete can be just as dominant with Brady as Josh McCown? That's insane. It's not even a knock on Brady. Mike Evans is just good. Now, I'd like to recall some of my fondest memories of Tom Brady, like smashing the Lego version of his head. Or how about the 2005 AFC divisional game where Champ Bailey used a Tom Brady pass just to get some conditioning in? Or the 2013 AFC championship game where Peyton Manning hogged the time of possession and let Terrence Knighton swallow up Brady like a pot roast? Or my favorite, the 2015 edition of the AFC championship game when the Broncos hit Brady 17 times and picked off 2 of his passes? Brady actually showed a lot of guts in the end of that 2015 game against the Broncos, but it was the final proof that the Broncos were the only team that truly owned the Patriots in the 21st century, especially when it mattered most. And unlike his arch rival, Peyton Manning, Brady will not end his career with the Super Bowl victory, assuming he stays retired. Now, Tom also beat the shit out of the Chiefs twice. Yeah, nothing backhanded about this one. I'm actually very grateful for that accomplishment now that they are my official NFL villain. And finally, Tom Brady gifted Von Miller one more playoff win. Thank you for that, Tom. And for those who say the NFL won't be fun without Brady, I say watching him win the way he did was never fun. The NFL will be fine. I hate the Chiefs, but Mahomes is fun to watch. Josh Allen is fun to watch. Joe Burrow is going to the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson's still there. Maybe Deshaun Watson, maybe Aaron Rodgers. All of those guys have the NFL heading in the right direction. That said, not a single one of them will play as long as Tom Brady. His longevity and his consistency were truly unmatched and remarkable. Here's a question worth asking though. Will retirement stick for Tom Brady? He could decide a year from now that spending time with his family sucks and he feels better after a year away from the game. He is reverse aging after all. Now, this is a guy that led the league in passing in his final season. As much as I don't like him, he's leaving the game in his prime at 44, which is nuts. He's also been known to not exactly tell the truth. There's also the question of what will the Buccaneers do at quarterback without Tom Brady? Just kidding, nobody gives a shit about the Buccaneers again. They are the Chargers of the East. Sure, I respect all that Tom accomplished, but you can hate something and respect it at the same time. Just look at alligators, all right? I will be drinking a hefty glass of scotch tonight in celebration. Tom gave me many great YouTube views and videos through the years, and for that I am truly grateful. So, for one last time, and with the utmost respect, Tom, truly, with respect, I give you one final FYTB.
FYT Brady. FYT. It's really quite sad how much I enjoy watching Tom Brady become deflated and annoyed.
Fuck you, Tom Brady, and congratulations on a tremendous career. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. I make football videos almost every damn day, so if you want to be kept abreast of the NFL, sub and check out the video I got on the screen for you. YouTube says that's best for viewer.